The world is round. That can only mean one thing. Alright then. Over the centuries, several scholars have suggested the world could be round, but most of them would burn at the stake as heretics. Yes, so the theory hasn't been particularly popular. However, with new advances in the fields of astronomy, enough of the learned men of the world have accepted that the theory was well worth testing. Perhaps if someone were to establish a trade route to the Far East by sailing west, they would both bring the debate to a close as well as establish a trade lane that is most lucrative. There we go. With the papacy no longer... I don't care about that. So... Oh wow, okay. So we should... Yes. Oh my, we can actually build these. So... Oh, and the map has expanded. So that is a good sign. Let me just toggle the forward to show you guys what has been happening. So the Timurids have held on to Thessalonica. They lost it and then they got it back. The one army that I told you guys, it came here, took it, and then immediately was defeated. And I'm sorry, oh my. Yeah, the Venetians are going to die. Oh, and I can see on the map that is interesting to see. And the Venetians have actually taken Cairo, which is fun to see. And the Timurids, where is Timur the Pious? Oh, Miranda Pious, that's not Timur. There is Timur the Pious. Yeah, he is quite fearsome. So this is the state of the world. It is a mess, and the Papal States have actually conquered Leon as well. They have been doing a whole lot of expanding and conquering. Also, the English now have the Scottish as their vassals. And speaking of which, there was another faction that had someone else as their vassal. Yeah, Hungary has the HRE as their vassal. So, yeah, they are quite powerful indeed. Now, looking at what we have, we will absolutely build this. And speaking of which, is there any other thing we can build? No, just that. Alright then. So, from here, we only need to go to here. And, of course, we will load up our priests in it. Do we have any others around here? No, we do not. So we're going to send the 3 priests we have here onto the ship quickly, because he is 61 years of age already, and then we will take Fortaleza, which literally translates in Portuguese to fortress. And because it is a fortress, I will build a fortress in it, or a citadel. I mean, just expanding it a little bit, and we will make a citadel, which will be very fine. But we have to be quick. Of course, I'm going to do the cheaty doodles to get this done quickly, build a fleet, and then get on over there quickly. That should be that.
One can head east by sailing west, carried the risk of a remote watery grave. Yet this act of courage has been rewarded with the discovery of a strange new land, perchance a whole new world. Who knows what riches await those with the courage to explore?
Well, alright then, I actually found it by mistake. So I was about to do something that was a little bit more sneaky. So my ruler, we reached here, we were getting close to Fortaleza, and he decided to die. So I decided to bring my fleet back. Why is it so laggy? I decided to bring my fleet back, got my new king onto the ships, and then sailed north. And now we're going to conquer the Caribbean. The place is actually called Caribbean. So kudos to the naming. Let me actually just show you guys what has been happening in the world. The Mongols took Nicaea, And I believe that is it. Not much has happened. As far as I can tell, no. The Timurids, where are they currently? They're going south, but they had... Nope, they're going south now. I don't know what they're doing, but they have massive, massive armies. My god. And I'm also building a massive fleet over here, because why wouldn't I? It's just incredible. So yeah, that is what's been happening. So we reached the Caribbean. Next time we probably will take it, and then I'll want to get a... I mean, you cannot have both a Portuguese or a Spanish campaign without experiencing what is like having the best unit in the game, the Conquistador. You have to. You really have to. Hello and welcome to Fortaleza. Which will be the very last battle that we will fight in this campaign. There are 49 turns remaining, and this will be the very last battle, or conquest of Brazil, which should be very, very fine. I plan to rush. I don't want to dilly-dally because I want to show what the world is like at the end of this campaign, and then I want to just go the 49 extra turns, and I want to show the video where we find the Aztecs, because that is also, I think, the last video of that can be shown in the game. I don't recall. Either way, let's get on with the battle. Let us defeat the poor natives of Brazil in an orderly fashion. And after I'm done with the movements of my troops, I will show you the conquistadores. Right, you advance to there. And you advance to there. So, here are the very best units in the entire game. These are the absolute beasts of a troop. I mean, 23 defense. That is one more than the feudal knights, and 17. That is 3 more than the feudal knights. And the mounted conquistadores, look at them. I'm saying it in the Spanish way because it actually is easier for me to say it in the Spanish way while I'm talking in English, because in Portuguese we say conquistadores. A little bit of a difference from conquistadores to conquistadores, but you know, it can happen. And we could have gotten some crossbow, some aqua. Oh god damn it! That's exactly what I didn't want. Well, all right then. Let's rush them. You attack from this side, and you attack from this side. God damn, the cannons have always killed a lot of our men. And I honestly do not really like it too much. Look at our conquistadores go. Go, my little ones, go, go, go. Yeah, I don't think they will do too many. They will kill many of us. Plus, they're all basically without armor. So we have a clear advantage.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Good, good, good. There are basically 5 units of conquistadors at the front gate, and then 5 of them over by the sides. Oh, and there's the general. There's the Brazilian general. There they go. Alright, this... Oh, and this is not the king. I'm bringing this guy, which is the heir, because he is quite young. I had 3 kings while I was building this army of conquistadors, because they were all so old. They all died one right after the other. Oh, you became king for half a year. That was it. Right, and in comes our cavalry. They are quick, and they are also pretty damn beastly. Goody, goody, good. If I had these while I was conquering everyone, my job would have been way easier. Way, way easier, my god. They just pushed through like there's no tomorrow. That is incredible. And my cavalry has arrived to the fight. We are basically, yeah, they are surrounded. They have nowhere to go. And yeah, how perfect is this? Over here on our left flank, yeah, they are fighting ferociously, and they will fight to the very last man. Right, where is the Brazilian general? I want to see where he is, to see my men kill him. He was over here somewhere. Ah, there he is. He's already a little red, so that means he's been in some of the fighting. But yeah, I don't think he will survive too long. Right, where is he again? Completely lost. Ah, there he is. He's in a group of native warriors. Oh, and I think... Right, all 3 of you go for the native warriors. Go, go, go. You have one objective. Kill the Brazilian general and the day is ours. Well, the day would always be ours, but you know what I mean. It would have been much better if my prince were the one to kill him, but I don't think that will happen. No, I don't think it will. I now only want to see the narrator say, "Praise the saints, our men have captured the enemy general," something along those lines. Come on, he's been attacked. There you go.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
There we go, there we go. Alright, what was his name? I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. No, no, no. Right. I don't think they are much for this world. Right, everyone get in there. Kill the rest of them. The day is ours. Brazil, welcome to the Portuguese fold. You are now a colony. Please do not resist.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
There we go. How lovely. And they are celebrating. That is just beautiful to see. Our prince has taken Brazil and our campaign is now over. But not completed yet. I still have some things to do. It is now turn 178. We are 48 turns away from the complete end of Medieval 2. So I just want to see some things before the end. There we go.
Seems the new world is already dominated by an ancient culture, the Aztecs. For a seemingly simple people, their cities are vast and complicated. Their primitive outlook belies their ability to raise vast stone structures that rival anything the old world has to offer. And if gold is the measure of an empire's might, then the Aztecs are formidable indeed.
There we go. I think that was the very last one, but I don't really care for attacking them. I am just going to go on a vacation over here in the Caribbean, and my factionaire will stay there for basically ever. Now, let me show you the state of the world right now, which hasn't changed much other than the fact that the Papal States are one province away from actually controlling all of France and basically recreating Charlemagne's empire, or as close to it as possible. The English have taken Hamburg, Antwerp, New Lisbon, Dublin and Carnarvon, Oslo and Stockholm as well. The Scottish are their vassal and they have Inverness, Edinburgh and Aarhus. That is it, I believe. The Byzantines only have the one province, I think. Yeah, they only have Smyrna. And the Mongols are expanding. And speaking of Mongols, where are the Timmies? There they are. They have done nothing as of yet. So much for being, oh, that's another great conqueror from the east. They've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I am going to skip until the very last turn for this one. As I was saying before I clicked the button, I have the button for recording right next to the one for the cheats, so that's what happened. As I was saying, I want to see what happens at the end of the campaign, what the state of the world is, and yeah, that is basically it. There's a witch right outside of Lisbon. Yeah, that seems normal. It is now turn 225 and we have arrived at the end of the game. Only one turn remains for us to actually play. So yeah, this is the end of the campaign. Oh, there's been a lot of generals spawning over there in Lisbon. So yeah, quite a few years have passed. It is now 1528. We are deep in the Renaissance era. And what has happened? Well, if we toggle the fog of war, basically the Papal States is the biggest power in the world. They almost recreated. Well, they did what Julius Caesar did. They conquered all of Gaul. And then they conquered the northern parts of Spain and Italy. And then they basically now they only decide to call in the crusade to actually conquer stuff. They conquered Constantinople from the Mongols, mind you, and they conquered Jerusalem because I think they're going for the long objective, for the long victory conditions. Now, looking at the north, you might think, oh, Russia finally conquered Helsinki. Nope, it was the English. The Russians never managed to conquer Helsinki, unfortunately. The Scottish on a big turnaround, they actually conquered all of Scandinavia, except for Helsinki, but they managed to do it. But I'm guessing they are at war now with the English, which is unfortunate for them because they might be the second biggest power in the world right now, not including us obviously, because they are basically everywhere. They are even here next to Smyrna. The Venetians managed to hold on to Sofia for the rest of the game. I don't know how. The Hungarians were bigger until the Timurids arrived and they finally decided, yep, we're going to settle here. They settled in Kiev and then they conquered Vilnius. Interesting. Poland was also bigger. The HRE, they stayed the same ever since I left them alone. The Sicilians stayed the same as well, and the Turks have actually expanded quite nicely ever since the Mongols have left them alone without them bothering, without having them bother them. So that is it. That is the end of this series. So let me just click one final time the end turn button, and hopefully everything goes well, I hope. nothing's changing in the map as far as I can tell. So yeah, the borders will stay as they are. I kept basically all the provinces I wanted to keep for the duration of the game. And come on. Maybe one more? If nothing happens after this, I'm gonna be confused, because I thought that an end was coming, but if not, we'll just do it ourselves. Okay, no end in sight. So the Aztecs, they remained without anyone bothering them, except for apparently the rebels. And looking at the thing, so oh, all right then. So even with my cheats, the Papal States, well, I didn't conquer much, so that's why they were better than me. But other than that, yeah, the Papal States overall is better than I am. So living factions, there we go. So the French died, the Spanish died, the Egyptians died, the Danish died, the Milanese died, and the Moors died. All the rest, they stayed basically the same. In terms of territory, I stayed the same for all the other turns. And that is it. I've done my victory condition. The year is 1532, and all that is left is to thank each and every one of you who followed along on this series and enjoyed every moment of it, or most of the moments, because there's been a couple of good battles, a couple of bad battles, but overall I think this campaign was a success. And yeah, now I'm thinking I might go for Follow the Samurai again with another challenge for myself. I don't know. Maybe I can go back to Empire or Napoleon, I don't know. I'd rather actually go for Follow the Samurai, because I feel that is the best game for me currently. I know I can record it properly, and the mods that I have there are quite good, at least for my tastes. So yeah, this is the end of the series. Again, I'm gonna thank each and every one of you who followed along with it and enjoyed and clicked like and etc etc. So this is the end, and I thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in another series.